Do not leave yourself or your family unprotected throughout a storm, because family is the anchor that holds us through life storms. My name is Angel, and this is Have Faith, Let It Begin. And today's episode is Family Storms. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. My name is Angel. Folks, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. The week is pretty much half over again, and it feels like everything is flying by. I want to get started today with a topic called New Beginnings. I don't want to sit here and say to each and every one of you that storms that come and go make us feel miserable, and when you're in that storm, you almost feel like you can't get out of it. You know, I did an episode on Monday called Think Positive. And then I did one, called Holiday Cheer, or cheering during the holidays. I want to speak to some individuals that are out there today that have written to me and that are just dealing with depression, dealing with sorrow, dealing with family breakup. I guess I may retitle this a family breakup, or maybe it's a new beginnings. I don't know yet. But there are families out there right now that are battling this amazing, unstoppable, what feels like unbreakable storm. You know, when we are battling our love for someone, when we're battling anger, sometimes we get so wrapped up into it, we get into the thickness of it, that we don't realize our actions. Other times you'll find that third-party information and others get involved, and they try to manipulate your decision, try to change the way of thinking. I believe that in a marriage, when things are not going well, and I can speak for myself, when things weren't going well for my wife and I in 2014, I had to take many steps back and really think about if this is the relationship at the time or the future that I wanted to be with. It's so easy to automatically raise your hand and say, I know I can do it. I know why I want to be with this person. You have to take so many steps back. You have to humble yourself, and you have to say to yourself, why do I love this person? And it's almost like a pros and cons list. But the list is not just words on paper. It's feelings. Now, sometimes our feelings are hurt and torn, and there's been so much damage over the years that you feel as if they're unhealable. I get that. I understand that. But some of us have to sit back and say, what do I have to do to heal this pain that I'm in? What do I have to do to scrape off all the junk, all the gook that has been thrown in my direction, that is distracting me, that is sidetracking me away from my actual thoughts? And this doesn't go with one individual, it's both. You know, you can tell the person that you don't want to be with them, or say to yourself that you don't want to be in that relationship anymore because of what you're feeling today, what you've been feeling for weeks. I get it. But sometimes you do have to take a step back and say to yourself, why did I fall in love with this person? And why did I fall out of love with this person? Do I love this person enough to make it work? Will I miss this person? Will my life be better without them? That's a very hard thing to juggle. because when you're doing all this, sometimes you'll turn the radio on and you'll hear your favorite song. Sometimes you'll hear the radio come on and it's an actual song, your anniversary song, your wedding song. You may even look up and see a trailer of a movie that you once saw on a good day. All those things play a factor. For me, I was able to I got in my car and I took a ride. And I just turned the radio off. I prayed. I thought about all the things that were going on in my life. I thought about every single opportunity that's presented itself to me in my relationship. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give this a really good thought. And I'm not going to lie to you. It wasn't like a sitcom where a 30-minute drive, I was in and out and I knew my answer. No way. I had to take a couple of drives. Now, luckily for me at the time, I had a long commute to and from my job. It was about a 50-minute commute, sometimes longer with traffic. So I had that extra capability. And I didn't have any children. So I didn't have the amount of responsibility where I could just get up, get in the car, and go. I'm a firm believer, and this is my opinion, that we do well by our actions, especially on how we treat our parents and how we treat others. I don't believe that karma is something, I don't know. I've heard the expression, oh, there's karma. I mean, that's a tough, I don't want to stray away from my topic, but I believe that you reap what you sow. And I believe that if you're a person that consistently treats others with disrespect, it is extremely hard for you to be able to move forward and not treat people the same way you were treating others, or differently for that matter. As I've stated in many of our episodes, God has a plan for all of us. And sometimes the plan that He has is so unpredictable, we can't explain it and we cannot predict it. But it is for our best interest at heart. And sometimes the choices that He has made and He has written doesn't sit well with others. Doesn't allow us the opportunity to feel comfortable with His choices. Makes us feel as if He has forgotten us. Makes us feel as if our world has crumbled. Our world has changed. Our world is no longer a factor. And for that, it's a hard pill to swallow. It really is. But at the end of the day, you have to give yourself an opportunity to really think about if you really love this person. If you really want a future with this person. And I know this is a very, very somber type of episode to start our day. But I can't begin to tell you how many people I've encountered this week and last week, and how much they've told us that their relationships are dying or failing. And they want me to pray for them, and they want me to help them figure out if this is the right decision. I'm not an expert. I can only tell you my own personal experiences. And from my own personal experiences, I can only say this. I trust in God. I trust in my faith. And I put my trust in my relationship based off of what I came up with on my list of pros and cons. My list. And what my end game was with my wife at the time, was my fiance in 2014, was she treated me well. We've all made mistakes. But I knew that her intentions were not intentional. And I knew that she felt sorry for her actions. And for that, as God taught me, I was able to forgive. If you're a person out there right now that have done certain things that you feel are actions that are not forgivable, if you're a person of faith, you will know that we all can forgive. We all have the opportunity to try something once again. We are all made in God's image. We are not perfect. We've all made mistakes. It's learning from those mistakes that make us a better person. And it's forgiving others as you would forgive yourself. For Have Faith, Let It Begin. My name is Angel. Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. As the holiday season continues to fast approach, you're going to hear episodes, me recording live as my daughter in the background, Ariel, will probably cry. You'll hear background noises like phone calls, and right on the cue, she's starting to cry. Don't worry, everybody. We're going to continue on like never before. And with Ariel in the background, knowing that in the future you're going to hear yourself crying like this, Mama, yeah, say hi to everybody out there. We just want to encourage every one of you to join us every single weekday, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Join me, Ariel, my family, and everyone as we continue our journey. For Have Faith, Let It Begin. My name is Angel. Say goodbye, Ariel. Say bye. Bye.